You know what? I put a lot of work into this already. So why not actually try and finish the darn thing, huh? I keep kind of flip-flopping on what I actually want to do for the construction in here. You know, like, shoot, remember when I wanted to make this into a battle arena? That sure lasted. Yeah, no, that's definitely not the plan anymore. What I think I want to do, actually, is I want to actually make this. Okay, right there. Right there. I want to make it, I want to curve it off, basically, like at the bottom. Third time's charm. Yep, and now we've got ourselves another construction time-lapse. Man, I already mentioned it before on live, but I swear, I just could never decide what it was I wanted to do with this place. About the only thing that stayed consistent with it was that it would be made of marble and have lots of stained glass everywhere. But everything else about its construction, I just could never decide on. And it doesn't help that, as you might be able to tell right here, I'm making a mistake in terms of symmetry. This is when I realized that the left side goes longer than the right side. That's kind of why I'm just kind of darting back and forth there, and you can see I'm using the ruler to try and figure out what the heck I did wrong. Honestly, even now, I'm not sure how I managed to make that kind of mistake, but thankfully the symmetry is exclusively just all over the one side, so I don't have to do anything stupid like redo the giant window or anything. I don't know. I'm okay with having some asymmetrical constructions, but this one I didn't want to do that, and it just really, really bothered me. Oh well, I guess that's the risk you take when trying to build something that's like twice as big as anything you've ever built in this game before. Just, it's an easy mistake to make when you think about it. You know, I will say also that if the cave that I did is my favorite construction thing that I made on this one's gonna easily be my second favorite. And it takes a while to really get to some of the stuff that I think just came out looking really neat. But we'll get to one of them, today. Granted, it'll be towards the end, but it'll be there. A good chunk of this is literally going to be just me fixing it. And fun fact, I think I even mentioned this before, when I first started this and had a bit of a time-lapse on it. I'm going to have to do it again later. I don't remember if that one's on screen or not, though. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that I actually finished furnishing this all off-screen, because I remember one other thing I end up having to do to make this whole thing even functional, you know, as like a biome pylon. Because I'm not going to leave the pylon down where it is. You'll see where I want to put it once I actually build the room it's intended for. But it has problems because of where it is. And because you can see, like, in the background right here, technically speaking, I'm not in the Hallow anymore. I'm too high up. And that comes back to bite me. On a side note, even though that they can get in the way sometimes visually, the Terra Prismas are a builder's best friend. I just gotta say that now, because they make sure that nothing will be a threat to you. Absolutely nothing can touch you. And it makes it so nice to just not have to worry about anything short of a solar eclipse coming in to ruin your building. So that's nice. I'm not gonna lie, we've still got almost 9 minutes worth of building footage here, and that's after me speeding it up. And I don't really have much else to say to this. Like, even in live, like, I've mentioned before how a lot of times it happens because I get so wrapped up in my building that I just... Yeah, right here I'm just getting my gizmo pack because I forgot it. I get so wrapped up in my building that I just forget to talk because I'm building. In this case, it's also just a matter of, what else can I add to this? I don't know. But I don't think that just having this whole thing be completely silent would be right, nor would I think just completely skipping it altogether. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm just not sure the best way to go about showing it. That's one of the reasons why I don't show the full process on all of them. Like, you know, I'll show building the general thing and just kind of making sure, okay, this is the idea I'm working with. And then I'll do, like, the finishing touches, like the last bits of furnishing off-screen, because what else can I show, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, the reason I'm doing it in video form is to make it something, you know, for people to be able to enjoy. And I'm of the mindset that if I'm not making something that I would enjoy watching, then how can I expect someone else to enjoy it? You know what I mean? That's kind of the philosophy I've had with this, and it's why I've kind of gone back and forth with how I've done some of these construction-based videos. And in hindsight, I think part of the problem is I don't really enjoy watching construction time-lapses all that much. Nor do I really enjoy just watching the full process to begin with. Like, it's weird. It's a fun thing to do. It's a fun thing to see the completed product. And while the process, I feel, is an important thing that needs to be shown, it's not really an entertaining thing to watch to me. I don't know. Am I crazy in thinking that? That's why I'm having such a hard time with this, I think, is for that reason right there. But I don't know. There really aren't too many more of these to go. I've only got, what is it? I've got the volcano out in the jungle left to build, and I've got the desert construction left to build. And if memory serves, neither of those really take all that long in the coming episodes. I don't know, I haven't, like, because of the way I'm doing things, I haven't edited those yet. I'm literally recording the post-commentary just as part of the editing for this episode to go up. So I have no idea right now. By the way, right there, I'm just kind of flying back to grab a couple of materials. It doesn't take all that long this time, so I actually just didn't even bother to cut it out. But there's gonna be a few points coming up where I do kind of just cut out multiple runs to run back and get materials. Usually marble stuff, sometimes some gems, because I want to make a few more, like stained glass and stuff like that. You'll see. Ah, yes. So, I don't even know why I wanted to do what I'm doing here. I'm building a little room here with gates and the platform ceiling and floor. And I'll just say right now, I'm going to try and put the nurse in there. Now, the reason for this is because I wanted to have a room that I could literally just fly in from any side and get the nurse, and then just fly out from any side. But here's the thing. A room like that would make a lot of sense if this was meant to be a place where I was going to be doing battle. And it's like, number one, at this point, why would I even bother? When's the last time I even used the nurse in battle? I think it was all the way back at the Clean Slime. Number two, this is not a good place to do battle. It's just not with the way Terraria works. Although, I could see the way that I have the platforms there laid out in the middle being usable for something that's a little less... I don't know what word I would use to describe that. A little less mobile, I guess? But, yeah. Either way, the room didn't work because you can't have an all-platform floor for NPC housing. You can have some platform floors, like in the wizard's house there, but it can't be all platform floors. I actually didn't know that until I tried making that house. Anyway, yeah, that was one of the cuts there. Ah, and here, right here, what I'm starting up here is why this is my second favorite construction area. Building a little rooftop room, complete with topaz blocks, and those purple blocks there are arcane rune walls, which you buy from the traveling merchant. Yeah, so the gemspark blocks there, those are interesting with the way that they slope. It's actually kind of similar to how the mushroom blocks slope, where it has little lines in it, but with those, it just works so well. I don't know what it is. Just, it has this nice gem look to it from the way it's shaped. I really dig it. So I'm taking full advantage of that. But yeah, I like the way this particular room comes out. it doesn't really take its proper shape until later. But I end up with an interesting idea that I think really works for it. And it actually involves a special kind of block and those arcane rune walls. Of course, first things first, gotta get the topaz gemspark walls up there. I don't know why I settled on topaz, just... it seemed like a fitting color, a good way to contrast with the arcane rune. Oh no, now I remember, it's because the arcane runes themselves are yellow. And that was it. I actually think I changed the color on it later, but I don't remember. Either way, the block I want to use is what you get from the cyborg, the echo blocks. I have no idea why I just started planting graves there. I don't know why I turned that into a Christmas graveyard. Okay, I'm literally just looking back at what I was doing there and going, what the heck was I doing there? Seriously. Anyways, echo blocks. Those things are interesting because, as you can see, when I take off the echo goggles there, they turn invisible, but they can still hold stuff. And if you don't have the goggles on, it just makes it look like the things are floating in space. And my idea is to use the arcane rune walls essentially as platforms by using echo blocks and just disguising them. I kind of go a little bit off this plan where I also use them as part of the back wall. And part of that is just because I don't have enough gems to make enough gemspark walls to fill this in. I fill it in later properly. But I think it kind of works, and it's a cool way to use, like, an alternate wall as a platform. Like, I'd be interested in seeing what else people could do with that, because, like, you could have, like, say, you wanted to use a stone wall for whatever reason, like, as a particular type of stone wall, and the blocks just don't look right, but you wanted a wall as a platform, well, you could use an echo block, and just put that type of wall line up behind it. You know? You could do that with like crystal walls, marble walls, you could do it with any kind of wall, and it would work. I'm just trying to think of like any other walls that look different from their platforms to like a noteworthy degree. Most of them, it's just like a slightly changed tint or something like that, or one without an edging. And in some of those cases, it wouldn't really look right. Though, you could also theoretically use some of the wallpaper from the painter, now that I think about it. I never actually touched on those, but yeah, they're basically just decorative walls. That's something I might have to try in the future. I don't know. Either way, we are almost done with this time-lapse. So get ready for the live version to be complaining about how come the Hallow pylon doesn't seem to work, despite the fact that it should. Like I said before, it's because I'm not actually in the Hallow because I went too high up. Either way, here we go. How is this not the correct biome? Good gracious. Figure that mess out later. Oh, God, what was I even coming down here to do? Right, I need to check my topaz trees. Well, I appear to be at a bit of an impasse at the moment. Because I can't put my Hallow pylon here or here because for some reason it doesn't count as the Hallow. I think I'm actually going to have to do a little bit of research then on what I can do to make this count as Hallow, besides the fact that it's planted in the frickin' Hallow. And I prefer to not just have, like, dirt and hallowed grass around to make it work. I don't know, maybe I can find some other block that'll work for that. I can't really do anything else up here until I get some more topaz. It looks a little bit wonky, but Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll change the color of the back wall. Actually, some amethyst gem spark might look better, because then it would just be purple blending into the purple with runes. I may do that, too. Either way, I think that is going to do it for today. In between parts, my main focus is going to be getting those materials that I'm missing. And fixing this room up. So right now, it's a very disheveled mess. As well as patching in that hole, getting some of the furniture laid down here, and fixing the Hallow pylon. Next time, though, I'm also going to try and get some more mahogany to finish this. But next time, probably going to finally build out the desert, and then actually challenge the Old One's army, since we did beat the Frost Moon. And then once all that's done, there's only going to be one more series of challenges left, waiting at the dungeon. I can only imagine how much footage of this is going to be usable without me speeding things up like crazy, so this is going to be a weird one. Either way, I'll try to make the next one a little bit less, automatic, for lack of a better term. But thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.